All right, so welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Matt Harry, author of Cryptozoology for Beginners.
And I'm Jessica Mason, author of Mary Shelley's School for Monsters.
And this is
Monster v. Monster, the podcast that pits your favorite monsters against each other.
Jesse is our resident monster expert, and I will act as referee and game master. Who will reign supreme? Listen on to find out.
Monster v. Monster.
All right, let's introduce this week's guest. Ray Utarnachitt is a TV writer and producer. He is a Michigan native and, like any good Asian student, was pre-med at the University of Michigan for 3 years. Much to his parents' dismay, he switched tracks and graduated with a film degree. Ray was a writer and executive producer on DC's Legends of Tomorrow and a bunch of other shows, including the animated show Stranger Things Tales from '85. Welcome, Ray.
Hello.
All right, Ray.
Thanks for having me. And I do want to say, go on the record and say I should have listened to my parents. I should have been a doctor.
Right? The parents were right.
They were right.
It's like that old
saving
joke.
lives.
Like that old joke. Everything we thought was bad for us was good for us is bad. You know, college,
Right.
red meat, sun.
Yes. Yeah. So kids,
Yeah.
listen to your parents. This
Be a doctor.
lesson of the day.
Oh, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
We're
I hope
working
your
for the
daughter
man
hears
now.
that.
She does. She will hear. She's a Scorpio, so she will hear it and then discard it.
Just like toss it out. Just get
Whatever
rid of it.
that was. Yes. I also went to Michigan, Ray,
Wonderful.
and graduated from both the English and the film. Well, it's connected back then, so I did
Yeah.
an English and film degree.
Yeah.
And was doing education, got totally sucked into film. I took a screenwriting class and was like, oh, this is amazing. I love it. So yeah.
That's so great.
Go blue. I'm
Yeah.
like-
Go blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do this crazy thing before we get started. It's our creative monster of the week. Whether we won or lost is, who knows. So like I usually let Matt go first. Matt, would you like to start or you want me to start today? with
No,
the-
I can start. I mean, mine of the week was so boring. It's like I just had like life stuff. The big thing creatively was my laptop battery started acting weird. Like I knew I needed to plug it in. Like if I unplugged it, it would immediately die and
Ah.
restart. But then Tuesday morning, as I was trying to teach a class, my computer just kept restarting and restarting and restarting. It was like, this went from like a DEFCON 4 to a DEFCON 1 immediately. I took it in and this guy did this incredibly gross thing. He was so proud. He was so excited to do this. He unscrews the back of my laptop. He's like, look, he's like, do you notice this? You notice your laptop's wobbly? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. He takes off the back. The battery was all puffed up. Like our laptop batteries are in bags because when they die, they release gases and
Right.
expand. So I said, if I had like dropped my laptop or that had been pierced, what would happen? He's like, oh, nothing good at all. Like toxic
Nothing good at all.
gas like would have poured out of my laptop. So got the battery replaced, but that was like 2 days of like, you had to order the battery, put the new battery in. I'm back, but it was like 2 days of like, didn't have a computer. Everything I was doing was on my
Ooh.
phone, trying to write
Mm.
in the notes app. Horrible. So I succeeded eventually, but the middle of the week was just like, I was dreaming about noxious battery gases. Check your batteries, everybody.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I didn't even ever think about my battery exploding. So that's another fear
There you go.
that has been unlocked in this podcast. Mine involved naming. I'm sure you guys have both. This is one of my worst things is naming a new project
Mm.
or naming an old project, giving
The
it that
worst.
title, right? And this one I happen to be co-writing with Mike, and it's like we have been talking about what the title of this is going to be forever. It's a comic series. It's just like every one that we like already exists. It's another comic, it's another TV
Mm.
show, it's another thing. And then we had this one that just stayed on the list every single time. And then I spent 2 days, I didn't spend all 2 days, but in my free time, like coming up with weird titles for this project and sending them to Mike and Mike going, I don't like, it's like, and we literally went with the one that has been on that list since the beginning
I
on the
love it.
top. Like, we're just like, well, that one, no one's used that. We kind of like it. And so it was naming things, which was, and I have a tendency to always pick a title that I have to explain too much, which is Mike's criticism of me when we do a project together. He's like, you're already having to explain this title to me, Jessica. Like, I am the co-writer. Like, what are we talking about? And I was like, yeah, okay, fair. That's a fair criticism. It's hard to take, but a fair one. So that
Sometimes
was-
simple is best with
Yeah.
titles, you know?
we conquered it. We
Star
conquered it.
Wars. It's
Right,
like,
yeah.
Exactly.
it's
right.
exactly what it is.
That's why in the 70s they had it so easy though, because it's like all the there's just so many titles available. Like
Right.
all the simple, like Marvel and DC
No.
took all the really good villain names and like weird creature names. So you're just kind of like trying to figure it out. So
Right.
yeah, it's a
Right.
lot harder now. Yeah.
Right. Well, they're more the names are more complex these days, right? Because you have to be, like you said, like we're running out of names, guys.
Yes.
We're running out of names.
What about creative monsters of the
Gosh,
week did you face?
I mean, the monster I had the last week is reading. Honestly, reading. I had to read a couple things as fast as possible, including I would say 2 books and a
Wow.
screenplay, and I'm very slow at reading. I'm one of the slowest readers in the world. If they had a Guinness World Book of Records for slowest reader, I'd probably win it. But it was one of these things where like, no, you got to read it, you got to chug it, So literally, it's like the second I get up, I might get my Kindle. I'm reading there. I'll use the audiobook portion of it in the car. And like the problem with that is that you're hearing voices all day in your head, and then it does something to me like psychologically. I start getting very frantic.
Yeah.
And like you can ask my wife, I've been all out of sorts the last week, like misplacing things, like putting a dent in the car, like all this stuff that wouldn't normally happen, like because I'm just not there because I have all these voices like in my head that I'm
Yeah.
reading and so that was it, just trying to ingest these books.
It's just not
So
meant
that
to
was
happen
hard.
that way.
No.
We're not
No.
meant to take in stories that quickly. Like in The
No.
Matrix, he should vomit after he learns Kung Fu.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
I know people who tell me, "Oh, just listen to podcasts on 2 times speed." And I tried that, and it's exactly what
Hard.
you're saying. It feels like you're in like an old Looney Tunes cartoon, and everything's
Yep.
sped up, and everything you're
Yep.
doing is sped up, like you're on cocaine. Not that I would know what that's like.
Right.
None of us.
And like I said, like when I do that with podcasts too, is that like when I turn it off, I'm in this agitated state. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. I don't know if it's just hearing voices like going twice, 3 times as fast. But it really affects me psychologically, physically. So I can't really do it.
That's so funny to like listen to it and then go into a meeting, and they're like, "So what'd you think of the book?" And you're like, "Well, I thought it was very stressful and way too fast."
Yeah, that was
It's just too quick.
way too fast. They didn't slow down for anything.
That's hilarious.
Well, I mean, we're very excited to talk to you because you've been a writer on so many cool things. I mean, your latest project is the Stranger Things animated show, and I'd love to, if you could talk about how
Yeah.
did that come to be? Like, so when did you come on board? When did they decide to do
Oh
an animated
gosh.
show?
I don't know when, because I came in, the way animation works is that by the time you get called in, they've been cooking this thing up for a long time. And then they usually do these things called summits where they'll just grab a group of writers and then they'll talk about what they're trying to do. And, the creator and maybe the head writer, and you basically toss out some ideas and then you go home and then you don't see anyone for like another year. And then you'll get another call and say, "Hey, you remember that summit you were in? Do you want to do another summit?" So I think I did like 1 or 2 of those summits. This is all for first season, by the way. I was not involved with anything after that, but for the first season, I think it was just trying to get the summits going. It took a little bit of time. And then if you're lucky, like I was, they call you back and say, "Hey, do you remember that one episode where we talked about this happening? Would you want to be involved in writing it?" And so then they give you a call. And then by then it's like, depending on the project, you're anywhere from a year or 2 from the last time you had talked about it because the
Wow.
summit happened so long ago and things happen so slowly in animation, getting approvals and things like that. So that's sort of how I got on board. I had a friend who was the head writer and was brought on board that way. And it was really fun. I mean, it was really fun to kind of play in that world. And the whole idea was they really wanted to focus on the kids being kids again and riding around in their bikes, flashlights and walkie-talkies, because as you know by now, the later seasons kind of gets away from a lot of that stuff. It's like it becomes way too dangerous and it's much more serious. And they kind of wanted that sort of Saturday morning, mystery Scooby-Doo type feel. And that's sort of the vibe that the show will be going for
That's so cool.
when it drops. Yeah.
Ray, I think it's time to talk monsters.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it.
You are the challenger. What monster did you bring for us this week?
So I am bringing this monster it's a mythical creature from the Philippines called a Manananggal. This is basically like doing a paraphrase of Wikipedia, but but it's a mythical creature and it's able to separate its upper torso from the lower part of its body, which is super freaky.
Mhm.
So basically it splits in half. And then the upper part is like, there's fangs, Sometimes they're bat wings, sometimes they're little devil wings, but it kind of gives it like the vampire like appearance. And in general, what happens is like once it splits, it leaves its like bottom half somewhere, which is really strange. And there's just like underneath his torso is just like basically it's hanging like intestines. It's really disgusting. And this creature basically preys on sleeping people, like pregnant women. And it uses this sort of elongated proboscis like tongue that extracts either your
Yeah.
organs or the fetus from the pregnant woman. It's
Yeah,
really
so like
disgusting.
fetuses are its jam.
Right. It loves fetuses.
It loves fetuses.
It literally puts them on bread probably, and
Oh yeah, just a little toasty.
Yeah. But I guess it's been known to like attack like it's everyone. It's a kind of equal opportunity
Mm.
attacker for newlyweds, lovers, newborn children, all that stuff. And apparently there's a note here. There's occasionally grooms who are abandoned before marriage. I don't know why that's a very specific target of the Manananggal, a groom who's abandoned before marriage. But that's
interesting.
it says it's one of its
It's funny.
targets here, and it sounds like it mostly works at night too. But
For sure.
obviously
So how did
neither
you
nor
like? Why
there.
did you pick this one out of all the potential monsters? What drew you to this one?
So the Manananggal is actually apparently a subdivision of a larger umbrella of monster called the Aswang.
Mhm.
And so a lot more people are familiar with an Aswang as far as the Filipino mythology goes. But my mom would all talk about the Aswang all the time, and she would scare us about not going out to the dark and not going in the backyard
This is
because
in the
that's where the
wilds of
Aswang
Michigan,
in the
Yeah.
suburban
wilds of
Michigan.
Michigan. I know.
So where most of the
And
Aswang hang out.
the Manananggal was one of her favorite kind of Oswines because just I
Yeah.
think just about how terrifying its presence was, and I think that might be why she used that as sort of like to scare us. So it's always terrified me just the imagery, and ever since I was a kid, since my mom used it to scare me when I was a kid, so that's why I'm bringing it up today.
I
Yeah.
think your mom sounds kind of cool. I think we
Yeah,
should hang
Yeah.
there you
out.
go.
She knows how to scare. I like that.
All right, so we got the Mononongal in one corner with its detached flying torso. Jesse, you are the monster expert. What monster will you choose to defend yourself from this creature?
Well, I do know this. I do know your creature's weakness, so that's exciting. But
Right.
like I am gonna pick a very weird one called the pumpkin vampire.
Ooh.
So apparently, this monster it's from the Balkans. It's associated with the Romani people and the Gypsy people and their storytelling and oral traditions. And it's the idea that a pumpkin or a watermelon, or any melon really, can, if left out too long, if some blood falls on it, can turn into something vampiric. And
Okay.
yeah. And so that and with pumpkins in particular, if you leave them out too long or after Christmas, they can turn. And I guess that would be kind of symbolic for just how gross they get if you leave them
Right.
out. But then also, I think it's probably connected to crops and, how like, I don't know if your crops go bad and they get weird blights and stuff and they look weird.
Sure.
So apparently, what these vampiric pumpkins or gourds will do is once they turn, they will roll around and wreak havoc on the humans around them. And they'll get into their house, they'll get into their barns. They can cause harm. It's not like not usually death or anything like that. It's more annoyance, I believe. There
Do they
is a way
have
to.
fangs? Like, do they have mouths that bite?
I mean, mine are going to have fangs.
Great.
And so apparently, if you need to destroy one of these creatures, I'm going to tell you some of my weaknesses, I guess. You're going to put it into boiling water, then you boil it, and then you pour its remains out on the ground, and then you have to have a broom, and you got to sweep it away. And after you sweep it away, you have to burn that broom. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
burn
Gotta
the
burn
broom
that
too.
broom.
Okay.
So anyway, I think they actually, the melon ones and the pumpkin ones don't really get along. They're like
Okay.
tribal,
Oh, that's interesting.
And
It's like the
I mean, I can
Jets
say
and the
anything about these
Sharks.
pumpkins. That's
Right.
why. Basically, yes. And I am going to I will give mine more personality, I think, once we enter or do you want me to do that
Second
now?
phase.
Yeah.
No, well,
Once we
because
enter
I
the
want to
second phase.
introduce it.
Yeah. So that's basically the pumpkin vampire. And I thought Yeah.
Super normal, very
So
chill.
super normal,
That's right.
chill.
So
regular.
weird versus weird.
Yeah,
love
weird
it.
That's what
versus
we're
weird.
doing.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our 2 monsters. Let's assign some stats. So to kind of speed things up, I kind of assign the stats from the beginning, and then you can kind of debate or alter one of them if you think it's unfair. All right? So we'll start with
Got it.
you, the Manananggal. Do you have a name for this creature, first of all? What should we call it?
Yeah, you know what? Because my mom is the one who scares with it. Let's name it Vi.
Vi?
That's my mom's name.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it. And then description-wise, it looks like a human female with
Yeah,
wings?
I
Okay.
think it looks more like a human female with wings and the entrails coming out the bottom. You
Love
might
it.
have to remind me because I know you guys had me write down what her potential powers would be. I
Yeah,
don't
I've
remember
got
what
'em.
I wrote down.
Yeah,
You got to tell me.
So we're just trying to paint the picture of, so Vi is like a human female. She can detach from her legs, and she's
Detach her
got
legs.
bat wings. Are they bat
Yeah,
wings?
I,
Okay.
I like bat wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. All right, so I decided, so knowing all that, and again, I think the average, like a human, like a really strong, smart human would be around like a 12. Like an
Right.
Olympian would be like a 12. So, but this, because Vi is a longer lived creature, I gave her a mind of 14 because I
Okay,
figured she's, been around a while. She's learned some stuff.
that makes sense.
Might, I gave her a 19 because I
Okay.
think she's supernaturally powerful. And then magic, it didn't seem like there were a ton of spells and things, but just the vampiric ability, I was thinking like a 17.
Okay. Yeah, that seems fair.
And then overall life points, again, starting life points, we kind of go all the way up to 30 for like a godly god. So I was thinking 22 for the supernatural creature.
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds
So
good.
all that sounds good. Attacks. So some of the regular ones you listed were wing slice.
All right.
She can like use her wings to cut the claw. She can like claw people.
Right.
And then this is my favorite, the intestinal choke, where you can use
Yes.
your dangling
Yes.
intestines, almost like a prehensile tail, to like grab stuff and choke people.
Oh my God.
And then your special attack was the one you mentioned, which is this long extendable tongue
Right.
that has almost like, I'm guessing, like a leech thing on the end of it that can suck blood and
Right.
latch
It's
onto
probably some
things.
sort of hose or something. Like a
Cool.
like an anteater at end or whatever.
How
Okay.
long do we think that tongue can go? 12 feet? 10 feet?
Let's say, yeah, I would say like, let me see, what is 10? Yeah, like I would say 12, 13 feet.
Okay. Let's say 13 because it's the 13th, Friday the 13th, the day we're recording this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. So 13 feet from the tongue.
Great.
Anything else you want to add to any of those attacks or anything?
No, I think I think wing slice, claw, and intestinal choke are enough.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Jesse, let's move on
Yes.
to you and your vampiric pumpkins. Now, I did a little research too. And as you say, there's not a lot about this, but I did find Ray is bringing a Filipino creature.
Mm-hmm.
In the Philippines, they do grow pumpkins, but they call them calabasa there. They're like pumpkin
Okay.
squash. So I thought that could be kind of cool to get you guys in the same zone.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking in terms of, I feel like you need to have many of these as opposed to one,
Yeah.
like
Well,
a strength in numbers kind of thing.
Well, I think there's one master pumpkin,
Okay.
just like in vampires.
Love
Like
it.
that's in my patch, that is Stanko.
Stanko. Okay, great.
I think that's a Balkan name. I'm not gonna swear by it. Okay. He's been around a long time, and so he has been collecting many gourds, mostly pumpkins, that he's transformed into vampires over the years.
Okay.
He's been turning them for centuries, as I like to say. He first became a vampire, I think he got left out past the winter holidays, and another old gourd rolled up. I'm not originally from the Philippines, but is that where you're maybe?
I think he could have traveled there.
So, okay. So we've traveled the world. So I've got some calabasas too. I've just arrived. So this is a new country for me. So I'm still getting to know the culture and everything. And I've got a couple local pumpkins that I've turned over the first couple years here. And so I'm just continuously growing a patch, but because I have like these gypsy roots, we move. We're nomads. So our patch moves every year, so we gather more. So I do have quite a little entourage
Yeah.
of pumpkin. They're not. I don't know what pumpkin creatures. So anyway, yeah. So I do get into some fights with this other big watermelon vampire, Lola. Lola has her own nest,
Oh my
but we
gosh.
haven't seen each other in a while. So
Okay. So
she's
Lola
somewhere else. I don't think.
may or may not show up. Maybe
Yeah.
you did some traveling to get away from her. But
Yeah, we don't normally align. It's been a long time that we've ever had an alliance. So yeah, we're usually
this is definitely would be
warring.
a great comic. I mean, not to add to your workload, but
Would you
like,
like me
Yeah.
to make this comic? Okay. Yeah, so I have to, but there is a lot. If you go online, the one thing there is a lot of is images of cute little crafts where people have turned the pumpkins into vampires.
Oh,
So
right.
something is in the
Yeah.
subconscious of the crafters
it's
of the
filtering
world.
down.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Yes.
All right.
So that's the
All right, thank you
Stank-
for the backstory on Stanko, the master
Stanko.
pumpkin. So now he's a pumpkin, though,
yes.
even though he's been around for a while. So I feel like his mind is not going to be huge, but I do think so. We got to do a 9 number for Stanko, which I was
Yes.
thinking is like a 7.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as smart as a human, but then his little minions, I think, could have a mind of like 3.
That's fair.
Like, I think they're smart enough to protect themselves and attack and things, but I don't think they're
Okay.
like solving Rubik's Cubes, probably.
No, no.
Probably not.
Stanko, we don't mess around with that. We can't read. We're pumpkins. What do we can't do
Um,
puzzles?
Might, however, because they're kind of a lot of them, and you can attack, you can summon a lot of people. I think his might's probably like a 15. I think he could
Oh, yeah.
easily, with all his minions, overwhelm a human.
Okay.
And then magic, I'm not sure if you have spells and things, but I was thinking because of the vampire factor, your magic is maybe around like a 12.
Yes. I'm not going to argue with you. I know that's weird because I usually like to argue, but it is the pumpkin, so we're gonna go with that. I'll
Go
agree
with
with that.
Okay. And then in terms of like life points, what I was going to say is I think maybe your whole pumpkin squad has like 15 total points,
Okay.
but each individual pumpkin is like 1. And then I think Stanko is probably like a 3. Because I think these are pumpkins, right? Like I could throw it against the ground and smash it. And
Okay. So if I get a direct hit, Stanko is just dead, but my patch is still going,
Exactly. You've
dragging
got
his
the-
dead carcass along the way. Okay, I just want to understand. All right.
So
I will-
Stanko might be a little bit more like a general where he sends out the minions first and
Oh,
hangs
right.
back.
Don't tell me how to fight, Matt.
Fair enough. All
I'm
right.
just kidding.
Stanko's like, he's like, no, I'm going in first.
Let's use Braveheart, kind of.
It's all me. Just be aware. I think he's still a pumpkin. I think he's one good step or a sledgehammer.
Right.
He's an immortal pumpkin.
Okay.
Immortal pumpkin.
Right. And does the Stanko has legs and stuff? Does he have like
He
legs?
doesn't have legs, but he
Okay.
does have his vines that
Right.
will help him.
So
Okay,
he
yeah.
can
that's
like,
cool.
right. Yeah.
He
That's
can
cool.
do like a little.
I like that, an
Right.
intestinal choke versus a vine choke.
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
That sounds
happening.
fine.
That'll
Okay.
be something.
Okay. So do you feel good about all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
about-
I'm not
what
in
are
love
your
with the
attacks?
3, but I'm gonna go with it.
But
I'm
it's
gonna-
15 total.
Okay,
Think
15
of him
total.
as a
as
horde.
a total whole. Okay. So I think one of my attacks is going to be called the staggering stench,
Okay.
which
Staggering
is
stench.
when threatened or just when I want to be cruel, I'm going to release the stench of 1,000 years of rotting out of my body.
Ew.
And the smell of an old, disgusting pumpkin, but times 1,000. And
Okay.
it's going to hit my opponent and do what it does. It's going to bring him, it's going to make him at least stagger. And then we'll see if it's
Right.
how powerful it is.
Sure.
So that's one.
That's good.
And then I have a vine one, had a cool name for it, and I've lost it. So I'm just going to call it the vine whip. So it's just going to
Vine
be
whip.
that, oh wait, no, I do have these minions. So you know what? I'm going to do a minion mash. And the minion mash will be when Stanko will use his like mind control and do a little whip like this and send all the minions at the opponent
Love it.
and what to mash them to, whack them. So that's that one. And then my big one.
Does Stanko turn someone else into a pie?
No, that would be, it turns him into a pie.
A pie.
And then the minion mash will be my big one. And that's a little bit more intense because it's going to be all of my pumpkins coming
Right.
and
Like,
slamming
I like
into
that.
the person that one time. Yeah, I
okay.
think
That's right.
That's
So I think
fine.
that'll be good. And I think you can probably still use a couple minions every time you attack
Yeah.
if you want to. But I think the minion one is like you can use them all at
all
once.
at once. Yeah,
Like
Right.
all
that's
15 pumpkins start attacking. All these calabasi. Calabasi? I don't know if that's the plural of
Probably.
calabasa.
Ooh.
It's pretty rad. All right, so we have our 2 monsters statted up. It's now time to pit monster v monster. So, Ray, this battle will take place across 5 rounds.
Okay.
Round 1, I'm going to set the scene. We have the monsters meet and introduce their conflict. And then the monsters will fight across around 3 rounds. And whoever has the most life points at the end is crowned the winner. Okay?
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So we are actually going to go to the Philippines. It's October in the Capiz region of the Philippines, which is the
Okay.
wet season. So
Mm.
all the palm trees and grass are glistening with fresh rain. It's nighttime. It's about midnight. The full moon has just started rising over the tree line. And as it comes up, it starts to reveal your character, Ray, your character,
Oh.
Vi. You are walking along this empty country road, and there is a large farm off to your left. You can see
Ooh.
there's a great big pumpkin patch in front beside the road, and beyond that is a barn and a 3-bedroom house kind of raised on stilts. There's a light on the inside, and because the wind is blowing in your direction, you can smell the blood of at least 3 people inside. And one of the
Okay.
scents is particularly rich and intoxicating.
Right.
And as you're standing there watching, the light goes out for the night. What do you want to do?
Okay. I think I've not detached yet at this point, right? Should I detach at this point?
You can if you want. Yeah, it's. I
Yeah.
mean, I assume you need to feed every night, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think so. Vi's got to like sneak over to a tree
Okay.
and maybe in some tall grass or shrub will
Definitely.
hide her legs.
Yeah, like
Her
kind of. She puts a little like covering
yeah,
the
she
Dukes of
can, yeah,
Hazzard
you
card.
cover, yeah, right,
It's kind of
yeah,
like Bad Bunny, just about to perform.
right.
My grass pants are on.
Oh my
and
God,
I
the
put on my grass pants.
Dukes of Hazzard. Oh my God, they hiding the General Lee. Is that? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. They used to do that.
Yeah,
But
We'll
we
delete
will,
it.
yeah. Vi will hide
we
her
got it.
legs, detach, and
So
start
talk to
flying
me
over.
through the detaching process. Do you rip yourself apart? Do you unscrew like a?
I think it's just a simple rip. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Ah.
think there's an unscrew. Yeah,
Does it hurt
it's a-
you when you do this?
No, it actually probably feels pretty good actually because
Okay, it's like
there's a
ripping
little bit of a
scab.
stretch. Yeah, there's a little bit of a stretch in there, and I think since Vi is free from those pesky human appendages,
Okay.
and it's going to start flying over to the barn, to the house.
Okay, just so I get a picture of it, you're flapping your bat wings
Yeah.
kind of silently. You've got intestines trailing. How much intestinal trail are we talking like? Because the intestines are 50 feet long. Are we talking like 3 feet
Right.
of intestines?
Well, they probably break somewhere halfway too, so it'll be it's just a little bit enough to be gross, but
Okay.
not so much to be an impediment to the flight.
Okay, great. I
Perfect
want you
description.
to, as you make this crossing, roll a 6-sided die just to see how graceful you are doing
Sure.
this move.
Let's see. I've got a bunch of dice here. Let me pick this one. There we go. 6.
Excellent. So you're very stealthy. You're keeping to the shadows. You're kind of flitting from shadow to shadow as you cross over this pumpkin patch and you kind of get to the edge of the house.
Nice.
Jesse, your creature has, as you said, been traveling around. You've been in the Philippines for a little while, kind of going from farm to farm, and you're in this pumpkin patch. You're kind of in the pumpkin patch below, and you have successfully turned 15 of these pumpkins into vampire pumpkins.
Ooh.
I feel like you should roll a mental perception check to see, like, are you awake? I don't know if pumpkins sleep at night, if pumpkins sleep during the day.
Well, I am a vampire, so I'm awake right now, but let's see how awake I am. Let's see
Sure.
if I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, I'm barely awake. I got a 1.
Oh no, I think you're
You're
kind of snoozing. I
asleep.
think you haven't really gotten up. You're sleeping in. You haven't really gotten up yet.
Nope.
So Ray, you're going to go by totally unnoticed. You
Nice.
come to this like second level of this because the house is up on stilts. There's like a railing that goes around it. There's kind of mosquito netting, and you're able to kind of I don't know if you land on your intestines and grab onto stuff, or do you walk on your hands?
I don't think Vi walks on her hands. She'll probably use their intestines to like grab onto stuff.
Kind of like an
You know,
octopus walking
yeah,
along, but with the
right.
intestines. I love
Yeah.
that. All right. So you land on this railing and there's mosquito netting. You could easily push it apart. And there's a doorway. You're gonna have to fold up your bat wings to get inside, but you can see beyond it. The moonlight is hitting. There is a bed with mosquito netting around it. And
Oh,
there is a young couple, husband and wife, kind of in their 20s. And in between them is a little 3-year-old kid, kind of all sleeping. And as the wife turns over in her sleep, you see a pregnant belly. She's about 7 months pregnant.
oh, wow.
This is like
That's like
Caesar's
dinner.
Buffet
I
Palace
know,
right here
it's
for
like-
you. This is just amazing. So
They
what do you
just
want to
rang
do?
the dinner bell just rung for
Yes.
Yeah.
Vi. Okay, so yeah, I think Vi will try to. I guess at this point, crawl, use her intestines to creep along Can she get into the house pretty okay? She can just brush
Yeah,
aside the
you're gonna have
netting.
to get past the netting.
Okay,
So I
should
think
I
you need
roll
to
for that?
do, yeah, to see
Yeah,
how, graceful,
let's see.
strong you are.
Okay, so Vi will try to clear past the netting probably with her clawed bat wings. Vi rolled a 2.
Okay, little klutzy.
Yeah.
So I think as you do this, you start to kind of cut through the netting with your claw, but it gets kind of snagged. And so you're able to go a couple feet, but then it like pulls you down and you fall kind of on the floor and you land with a thump. I'm going to see how sleepy these people inside are. Still asleep, still asleep. Okay, the 3-year-old girl, the parents sleep on, but the 3-year-old girl kind of stirs
Okay.
as you thump on the ground inside
Right.
this railing. And Jesse, why don't you roll a 6-sided die as well?
Oh my gosh, a 2.
You are so sleepy. You're
I'm
just
so
snoozing away.
it's so crazy. I've got work to do. This is when I bug people.
This is
So I think
prime time work hours.
Yeah.
you're sleeping on, but the 3-year-old girl kind of sits up and kind of rubs her eyes and looks in the direction of the sound. What do you want to do, Ray?
I think I want to. I don't want her to scream. I don't want the kid to scream because it may wake up everyone. So I wonder if I could try to do a stealth roll and see if I can,
Like hide?
yeah, hide,
Sure.
or at least stay completely still and see what happens. So let me
Sure.
try.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll switch up the dice because that was a bad roll last time. Let me do it. I got another 6-sided dice here. 6.
Excellent. All right. So you were able to recover. You had a little bungle there, but you're able to recover and you slither over into the shadow of like a little low bookcase. And the girl kind of peers over to where you just
Right.
were.
And
she
she's
sees,
just like,
yeah, she's terrified and she sees this hole, that has been like made recently in the mosquito netting. And she kind of nudges her parents.
no.
She's like, Mama, Daddy? But the mom is dead asleep.
Right.
The mom is exhausted. She rolled a 1 on waking up.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
the mom is dead asleep.
Oh, wow.
So unlike a mom in these situations.
Right.
Yeah, totally. Right. I never
Yeah.
slept for 5 years.
Yeah.
All right. So you have kind of, I think, Ray, you have a free moment here. You're about 10 feet from the bed. The girl
Ooh.
kind of is cuddled down. She's like pressed up against her mom now, and she's kind of snuffling. I'm going to see if she's still scared by this. Her senses are lit up. She is going to get out because her parents didn't wake up, but she's going to get out of bed and kind of climb over her mom. And she's now standing at the foot of the bed looking around. She's literally about 6 feet from you.
I'm wondering, I think at this point, I would maybe I should try to drag her out of the house, maybe like swoop down and do an intestinal choke on the young girl and
Sure.
maybe see if I can get her out of there.
Oh,
You did.
All right, so let me
roll.
try. Should I roll for that? Okay,
Yeah.
let me try that. So Y is gonna attempt to do this disgusting move. 4.
Ooh.
Pretty good. All right. So you're going to shoot at your intestines. This little girl who didn't know you were there, suddenly these intestines shoot out and wrap around her neck and choke her to the point where she's only able to go, "Ah," and you drag her and you're dragging her out of the house. You're kind of on this railing now, right above the pumpkin patch. Jesse, why don't you do a roll to see if these
She
drunk
wake up.
pumpkins can like finally
Can
figure
I
out
can
what's
I
going
just
on?
go into action? Can I just wake up and 4? So I
Okay,
probably
good.
Alright.
got up a little
You
bit.
finally
now.
started to.
Yeah.
You were just sleeping in a little bit. So as you wake up, you see the scuffling, and you see above you this disgusting half-torso creature has ropes hanging down from its torso, its intestines wrapped around this little 3-year-old girl.
So gross.
Now, I feel like you've been on this farm for a couple weeks turning pumpkins.
Mhm.
I don't know how you feel about humans in general, but these people keep a good farm. They've been taking well care of their other Calabasas, and so I don't know if this tickles your pumpkin heart at all, or what do you think?
Stanko doesn't care about humans. Let's not. But he is very territorial. Very territorial. So
Can you say that in a Stanko voice, though? Stanko no care for humans.
Stanko no care for the humans. It's very territorial. This is his patch. But the 3-year-old, he's not soft for her, but he's she's not the parents, the
Right.
old
I
stinky
think
parents.
you did see the little girl a couple days ago was drawing little happy faces on some of the Calabasas.
On one, it's right on my cheek, like,
Yeah.
and
She put a little you get a little star sticker
Yeah.
on your cheek from her.
So all right, so they're in the window.
He dragged her out of the house
above the,
and they're
right
on
above
this
me.
railing right above you. Yeah.
Okay.
About, I would say 10, 12 feet above you.
Well, first of all, this is the craziest creature I've ever seen in my life. The legends are true.
You've been everywhere. You've been to Michigan.
Yeah.
You didn't see these things.
Yeah, but Stanko's heard of these things.
Stanko's heard tall tales of these
Stanko
things.
listens to the old ladies talking at the market. Stanko knows.
Stanko no.
Stanko knows. So first things first, you got to get the intestines off the girl's neck, right? She's choking. So I'm not going to give much of a warning or conversation, I guess, at this point. I'm going to do the staggering stench because I think it might cause her to drop this child, maybe. So let's try the staggering stench first.
All right. You are 12 feet away. So you can do it. I'm just going to say.
Oh, you know what? Okay, first, fine. Stanko send rolls closer. So first I'm going to roll closer.
Closer.
Do I have to roll to do that, or can I just do that?
Yeah, but you can pull yourself up with vines and then do the stench. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm going to get myself closer with my vines. Yeah, so I'm going to crawl up the house.
Pull yourself up.
Yeah.
So do a general roll of you
for
executing this move.
Gosh. Okay. I keep rolling in the 6.
Okay.
Stanko's going to be real good at this. Stanko good. Long time doing the vine pull.
So Ray, as you've dragged out this 3-year-old by the neck, and you're kind of maybe even extending your little proboscis tongue to start doing some feeding, suddenly these vines wrap around the railing, and this thing comes up, and it's just a giant, old, battered pumpkin, real warty.
The star.
And you know the little bottom of the pumpkin that looks like a little cat butt? That thing opens, and just this green, noxious cloud just envelops you and this little girl. I'm just going to roll for the, and it goes into the house too. It's bad.
It might wake up the parents finally.
The girl starts barfing for how sick this is. She's like, oh my God. You are disgusted. I think just the reaction is like you drop the girl. So she's on the ground barfing. I'm going to see if the parents are up. Oh, the parents are definitely up. The dad is sleeping on. The mom sits up and is like, God. Like, she's disgusted. She looks over and sees like this pumpkin with its butt sticking out and this cloud of green stuff, and she freaks out and like runs over to grab her barfing little girl and like kicks the bed and tells her husband, like, what are you doing? Get up.
Nice.
Ray, you have a chance to respond now. This creature is just a couple feet away from you.
Right.
I think you probably took a point of damage just for like mental suffering of how gross this is.
They don't call Stanko for nothing.
Okay, Vi will take a point of damage because of the
Okay.
stinky.
Just it's so bad.
I think the reaction is sort of instinctual, where you know how you smell something, you're like, "Wah!" So I think it'll be some sort of wing slice like
Oh yeah.
reaction as
Okay,
opposed to
great.
anything super targeted. So let's see if that has any effects. Roll the 6.
Oh.
Stanko might not be long for this world. So he wing slices you, Stanko. You fall backwards off of the. It's a really powerful strike.
Yeah.
So he knocks you back, and you kind of crack on the ground. I mean, you're a pumpkin.
Oh no.
So I think you're not dead because you're a vampire, but you're really like down. I think you took 3 points of damage overall.
Okay, so I'm not functioning. Stanko's not functioning anymore.
I think mentally you could still send out like minions and
Okay,
stuff.
got it.
Right.
So I
You got it.
physically you would need some time to heal.
Right. You still have the 15 minions, right?
Yeah.
That are,
Yeah,
will
you
do
can
your
definitely send
bidding.
minions.
So I'm at 12 now, but Stanko's at 0. right?
Yes.
Okay,
But not
so
again, not
not-
dead. It's like
not-
you're
I'm-
swooning. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So it's my move?
It's your move.
Okay. All right. Well, the one thing I do know is I'm going to use the vine grab, whatever I ended up calling it, and I want to actually direct it at this creature's bottom half.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
All right. So I think
So
you're
I-
going to be sending out to a couple of your minions to
Yes,
maybe do this.
to do the vine whip or whatever. However
So I
that
think,
works.
let's say maybe 2 of your minions, you're kind of sending them in your swoon like a mental message, like kill this thing. So you want to roll for each one of those to see how
Yeah.
well they do?
Yeah, and I don't want him to, oh yeah, okay. So I'm not really saying them to kill it. Yeah,
Oh,
just
sorry.
want them to get it. Get the
yeah, the
bottom
leg.
half.
The legs.
I need the
Right.
legs.
Yeah.
I need
You're like
the
a-
torso and the legs.
You're like
I
a
need,
mob boss saying, bring him to me.
bring it's, yeah,
Bring me this
exactly.
intestinal
Bring
thing.
me the legs of the Manananggal.
Exactly.
It's great.
Oh, we're not gonna do well. 2. The legs
No.
are
For both?
no, the 2 for 1. So let
Okay.
me do the other one. I got and 1 for 1. They're useless.
Oh, boy.
They're well
Useless. I
hidden.
said my worst. They're my worst ones. My worst guys are going.
So your one little minion is like, and like the second little minion has like these little vines like 4 feet off the ground, trembling,
Oh.
trying to please the
Uh,
boss, trying to get up there, but just really not
Mm,
be able to reach that 12 feet.
no.
So Ray, you're still stench in the house. You've managed to flap it away with some bat wings. This family is now huddled against the other side of the cabin and they're about to go out the back door. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm in the house, right? So
Yeah, you're
Let
kind of
me,
on the balcony right there. You can rush over to them for sure.
right, yeah. Let me rush over to them. I don't want them to get away, so 'cause I'm pretty hungry. Vi will go and probably try to grab them. Let's go after Mom with the intestinal choke. Would that be something
She's got the best. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, we'll try that. Let me try that. Let me grab the dice. This dice has been good lately. Vi's intestinal choke. 6, another 6. Wow. I don't roll this
His
well in my
family-
D&D game. This is good.
I'm worried for this family, you
I
guys.
am too.
So you shoot your intestines across the room and you grab the pregnant mom and drag her over. The husband's freaking out. The daughter's freaking out. Are you going to start to proboscis her? Like, are you going to suck on her?
Yeah,
neck?
can I do that now? Or do I need to wait like another turn? Or is that something I could do now?
That's a good question. I think because you rolled a 6, you can do it now.
Right,
You can
okay,
kind of
let's do
grab
that.
and choke. So you're choking her. She's going to
Yeah.
lose a couple hit points from that. And then you're sucking on her neck with your tongue.
Yeah, well, I think the proboscis will go probably down her throat and,
Yeah.
try to find some fetus that way. I don't know. I guess so.
Suck it out.
So here we go. Let's see what
Super
happens.
gross.
Super
All right,
gross.
so she's losing 4 points of damage total, and she's got this proboscis tongue in her mouth, like choking her and sucking her blood, and she's being choked by your intestines.
Ooh.
The husband is going to run over and hit you with the closest thing to hand, which is like a glass coffee maker.
Okay.
And let's see how he does. Oh God, he does not good at all. He
Oh.
rolls a 2. So he runs over to try and get you with this thing, and I think slips, and the coffee maker goes like past him.
No.
So he's now on his butt in his tank top and his boxers, like right in front of you, like crying, sobbing, seeing his wife like this. The girl is crying.
This
Jesse, we're
family's
back
not
to
doing
you.
well.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough scene. We're back to you, Jesse. I feel like this is maybe you got one more shot here for something. This is kind of like our last round, I feel.
Okay. So I'm not sure if I can do this. So let's see. Can I take my pumpkin patch hit, my big power, and can I direct it at her bottom half, or do I have to direct it at the creature that I'm aware of?
Okay, so I don't think you know. So you've
I just
learned
know
in your
it's here in
travels
my
that there's a
travels.
bottom
There's
half
a bottom
somewhere.
half of
Right,
this
you
creature
know,
somewhere.
right. You know the myth.
So
You know the
I
myth.
think what you could do is you could send out like your swarm of 15 pumpkins to look for
Okay.
these legs to try to find them
All right, I can do that again, but I can't.
while this is
Okay.
happening.
All right. I think,
So they're all going to like roll in opposite directions. Like,
can I communicate with the girl telepathically first, or do I have no?
Oh.
I figured no. I like
I
to
don't-
try though.
you
All right,
didn't
I'm
even really love the sticker she put on you. I feel like
No.
if you guys had bonded, maybe.
Maybe we did bond. I didn't say we didn't bond. I didn't say I didn't like the sticker. You said I didn't like the sticker. All right, I'm gonna send out my minions once again, and hopefully I can roll better to find the bottom half. I'm not really all that concerned about the family. The only
This is what I'm saying.
yeah,
This is why I don't think you have
but-
a psychic link.
but I don't like. I'm kind of happy here. I can't have like
Right.
a new farmer coming to take
Right.
over. So let me just see.
Stanko love
I got a
farmer.
6 that time, so I think I'm
Oh.
gonna
Great.
find something at least.
Yes. So you send, you're kind of, again, you're still cracked. You're like,
I'm useless.
Stanko, have some feeling for family. Your pumpkins all start rolling out in opposite directions,
hmm
and it's going to take them a beat. You
Yeah.
know, they're kind of going out, but they're definitely they're feeling very focused. So we're gonna go back up to you, Ray. You're drinking. Your
Oh my
tongue is
Attempting to
like
drink.
reaching for this fetus. I'm gonna see. I've got to roll for them and you.
Okay.
So you get to go first. You've kind
Okay.
of got the.
So this is
hand in
for
this situation.
successful proboscis suck, basically, is what this roll is for.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, 1. I rolled a 1.
All right.
Saved by the roll.
Saved by the roll.
Yeah, I'm so glad for this family. So
Yeah.
also the mom rolled a 4. So this mom, this tough pregnant mom, bites down
It's mommy
Oh.
strength.
on your proboscis
Yes.
and does you 2 points of damage
Whoa.
because she really is using that mom strength, and it
Yeah,
causes you
mom
pain. So
strength.
you slurp it back out, and then the husband is gonna get to his feet and try to punch you, and he's gonna punch you in the kind of like in the intestines. Like his hand goes up into the intestines, and he
Look at
does
that.
you 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Dang.
The little girl is pissed. Oh my God, she rolled a 6.
What is that little girl gonna do to
What
you?
is she gonna do?
The little girl picks up her little chair, her little
Yeah.
wooden rocking chair that the dad carved for her, and she comes running across the apartment screaming, and she plunges it into your
Nice.
chest, doing 3 points of damage.
Dang.
She was really angry
That's
about
pretty
this whole
good.
deal.
She gets that from Stanko.
Yeah.
So you are down. That was 7 points of damage this
Dang.
round. So you're down to 14 points.
14
and
points.
You're bleed. This whole family's
Yeah.
like against you now.
Yeah.
While that is happening, Jesse, one of your pumpkins has kind of reached the road, and they're kind of nosing around. They're looking for these like kind of legs. I think you have to do another roll to see like you're in the general area, but how quickly can you find this? So can you
Right.
roll a perception check? And it's going to be a -1 because it's a pumpkin.
All right, but I this was a find and bring back power.
I know, but just he did hide
Yes.
it. He hid
Okay,
it.
all right. A 6.
Ah.
Yay.
Great.
Yay.
You definitely find the legs. So you see underneath, and it was very well hidden, but this like set of legs. Are they was Vi wearing pants, Ray? A skirt? What are we talking?
Mine's probably wearing a skirt. Yeah. So you got like skirt around some legs there hiding in the bushes.
And is it an open, like,
Oh
is it
yeah,
an
that's
open?
why.
So there's just bubbling. It's like a chalice filled with like ichor, basically, right?
Hmm.
All right. So your vines wrap around the legs and start pulling it back. It's going to fall over
Hmm.
because you can't keep it upright. And all this, like, organ meat and like blood starts spilling out. I feel like you have a psychic connection to your legs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
I know something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong right now.
so as soon as this
Because yeah,
happens,
with if the Manananggal, I think if you destroy the legs, I think that's one way you can destroy the Manananggal is if you do something terrible to the legs.
Yeah, you got to destroy the legs.
Yeah,
Got to get them.
that's awesome. So you definitely, not only have you felt pain from all the getting
right.
attacked by this family, but you feel this phantom pain in your legs. Like you feel
Mm,
like the blood is draining out of your legs. They're bumping around. So something is terribly wrong. We are going to go back to you. What do you want to do now? This family has now successfully attacked you.
right. I think
You're
at this
bleeding.
point, Vi is freaking out about her legs. This family is putting up too much of a fight. Vi thought the little girl would be an easy target, but the night has not gone Vi's way. So, and now something is wrong. Something has found her legs. Vi doesn't know what's going on, so Vi's going to fly out the window and
Okay.
see what's going on. See if he can track her legs down.
All right. Good. So roll a 6-sided die to see how
Okay.
your escape goes.
Let's see how the escape goes. 3.
All right. Not terrible. So you're injured. You're kind of able to knock them off. You octopus crawl to the window and then jump out. But because you're injured, as you fly out, you kind of drop down a little bit.
Hmm.
You are now, all your pumpkins have gone in different directions, Jesse,
Yeah.
but you are kind of going back to where your legs are, and you see this gourd is, bringing back, dragging your
This is
legs.
so
So
crazy.
Jesse, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You're kind of still only psychically able to control your minions here.
Yeah. That's what okay. So I'm going to do my, sorry, just the image is so beautiful
It's
that I
so
cannot get over it. My imagination, I'm just like, oh, okay. So
no.
I am going to try to summon enough strength to do my minion mash.
Right.
So I'm going to like bring all the other ones back to mash into the legs.
Okay.
So full force on the legs. And I'm going to roll it. Hopefully this goes well. A 4. 4. So,
Not bad.
okay.
Solid. I think probably out of the 15 pumpkins, you're going to get about 10 of them.
Okay.
Are going to kind of start to roll back. This is now a little bit of a race because they've all rolled off in different directions.
Yeah.
They're now all rolling back. Vi is flapping towards its legs to kind of grab it. So I think we're going to do a little dice showdown to see who gets there
Okay.
first. So both of
Yeah.
you roll at the same time
All
to
right.
see who's fastest.
Well, I rolled a
got?
6.
I got a 3.
Okay. All right. So I think this is how it's going to end. I think you start to, as you're flying across the field, you're seeing 10 of these Calabasi pumpkins rolling back towards you. You're trying to get to the one that's got your legs. You swoop down, you do a sweet wing slice, cutting that calabasa in half. You use your intestines to kind of grab your legs,
Right.
and you fly off. And as you fly off, the other 10 pumpkins start like jumping in the air. One of them managed to like catch on to the legs that you're holding with its vines and kind of pull at you, but you're able to like kind of kick it off as you flap off into the night, like kind of like the Batman symbol. We see your bat
Yeah.
wings against the full
Right.
moon. And the family comes out and they're all standing there, and the little 3-year-old yells, "And don't come back!" after you.
Nice.
And Stanko says, you'll never forget my patch.
I think the
Fun.
little girl too looks down and sees Stanko and goes down
Yeah.
and starts like tying ribbon around
Yeah.
him or something to kind of knit him
Alright.
back together.
Take up her
'Cause
friend.
she did like him. Well, that was great, guys.
That
Good
was
That was
good.
job.
fun.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Wow. That was a close one.
Yeah, super close. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
What's so amazing to me is like you get so worried, and it's like the dice make the choice.
Yeah.
I
That
was
is
worried you were
true.
just going to massacre this family. I was like,
That
I
could have
know.
gone that way.
It almost happened. It almost happened.
I was going
The
to have to do a
dice.
pan to the window, and we just see like blood spatters and shadows. You know?
Right.
It's just too gruesome.
And I was desperately trying to remember. I'm like, Because once I get the legs, I was like, what do I have to do? I think I have to burn them, but I couldn't remember it. I'm like, how am I going to get fire? And then I was like, this is going to get really involved. I'm going to
I
have
know.
to like get the 3-year-old to bring me flame.
Bring you a match. Right. It's too bad Stanko bit it so early. But the minions were
know.
there to do the work.
It's the problem when you send the general in on the front line. you know.
Right.
No, it went exactly as Stanko likes it. You know?
Right.
We're mildly annoying creature. We're not so much like,
Again, not the smartest here.
no.
Right.
He's thinking with his heart, not his head. Well, Ray, that was super fun.
It was super
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Where can people find you, and what's a project of yours you'd like them to go check out?
Well, I think we talked about the Stranger Things animated show already. So check that
Right.
out. Instagram at Ray Utar, Rayutar. Is probably the best place if you wanted to find me. That's where I'll be.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much again. And everyone else, come back next week for another knockdown, drag-out episode of Monster v. Monster. Monster v. Monster is produced by Wicked Tree Press and Codex Arcanum. The podcast is hosted by me, Matt Harry, and Jessica Mason. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us 5 stars. If you didn't, Manananggal will choke you out with her dangling intestines.
Watch out.
See you next week, everybody.
Yep. Bye, everyone.